Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my law firm assists dentists with employment contract issues. Today I'm going to talk about whether a W-2 or 1099 is better for a dentist or dental associate. I would say it depends. So just kind of explaining the difference between the two. So if you have an independent contractor agreement, then you'll be a 1099 employee, meaning you'll receive a 1099 at the end of the year from the employer, or I guess whoever you had the relationship with. And then a W-2 is just a salaried employee. And so you'll have an employment agreement if you're a W-2, independent contractor agreement if you're a 1099. So the differences between the two: in the employment agreement, the dentist is going to benefit from benefits, meaning like literal benefits, health, vision, dental, life, disability, retirement, kind of the normal things you get in a normal job. They'll also likely pay for your licensing board, DEA registration, continuing education, maybe associations and societies. So they're going to support, I guess, financially support the dentist with those, ancillary benefits. And then they'll obviously have some kind of compensation, either straight base salary. A lot of dental associates have daily rates, or perhaps it could be some kind of hybrid of a base salary plus the dental associate will get some kind of net collections. So many times they'll have like a smaller, you can almost call it a draw, where the dentist could get paid a certain amount each month. And then they'll get a percentage of any services collected based upon what they did. Normally in that scenario, it always depends, but usually if it's a hybrid, it'll be somewhere between maybe like 18 to 25% of the net collections over a certain amount. It's not uncommon. So that's what an employment agreement and kind of the W-2 relationship is for dentists. Now, an independent contractor agreement, generally, you're not an employee and you're not going to receive the employment benefits of such. So they may pay for your malpractice insurance, but unlikely. They're not going to pay for your licensing, DEA. They're not going to provide any actual benefits. So all of that is going to be on the dentist. And then as far as taxes go, that no, federal or state taxes will be taken out of whatever you're getting paid. I guess the theoretical benefit of an independent contractor agreement is it should be easy in, easy out, meaning the notice requirement should be much less than in an employment agreement. There shouldn't be a lot of strings attached. Hopefully there's no non-compete, but in practice, I don't find that's the case. Normally I find in most independent contractor agreements for dentists, there is a non-compete. Usually the without cause termination notice requirement is similar to the employment agreement. Where it may make sense is if it's like a part-time where you're just filling in randomly. That certainly would make sense to have the independent contractor agreement, because the employer is not going to want to provide all these benefits if someone's, working once every week or once every 2 weeks or something like that. So in that scenario, a 1099 independent contractor agreement relationship makes total sense. If this is like a full-time gig for a dentist, I don't think the independent contractor relationship makes a lot of sense for them. Now, expense purposes wise, in this scenario, the dentist should create an LLC and then all the other things that go along with that. And then they can deduct all those expenses, for the year that the employer would normally pay for. But I just don't see a lot. Honestly, I find that most employers who absolutely require an independent contractor agreement, even if the dentist is full-time, it's generally just because they want to avoid paying employment tax. I mean, that's just the truth. The IRS has like a 20-factor test to determine if an employee or an independent contractor is actually an employee or an independent contractor. And so if you run through the factors of that test, you could just Google that. It's very simple to find. Most of the time in the scenarios where the dentist is working full-time, but they're required to sign an independent contractor agreement, that they would fail the test. They're almost always an employee. I mean, some of the things that go into that is, does the employer dictate where and when the independent contractor will work? Do they provide them with supplies, support, office? I mean, like all of the obvious things that if a dentist was working for somebody, that they're going to be provided. Now it also gets into the benefits and the comp relationship and all that kind of stuff. So I think for the most part, if you're full-time employment agreement is obviously the way to go. If it's very kind of hit or miss, part-time, fill-in, independent contractor agreement would make sense. But if this is the only job, you're working 5 days a week, independent contractor agreement, in my opinion, doesn't make a lot of sense. You're going to lose out on those benefits, and usually you're going to get all the downsides of the restrictive covenants too. So non-solicit, non-compete, maybe depending upon what type of liability insurance you have. If you have to purchase tail insurance, that's on you as well. So just a lot of things to think about. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, you can call my law firm at the phone number listed below, or you can reach us through our website, chellelaw.com. I have a link below in the description as well that you can get to our website from. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thanks for watching the video.